Namaste everybody. Today I will be demonstrating a guided 30 minutes beginners yoga practice. So you can use this video as a guided practice for you. Maybe for few classes, maybe for 5-7 classes, and after that you can just practice, self-practice, okay? You can use this video just as a reference. All right, we'll get straight into it. 30 minutes video this one would be, okay? Right. So the first thing we will do is we'll sit down in Siddhasana, and after sitting down Siddhasana, we will practice some breathing postures. It's always good to kind of have some sort of soothing music running while you're doing your yoga practice. So I have Gayatri Mantra right now running in the background. I don't know whether you can hear it or not. There are a lot of breathing postures in yoga. The most important of the breathing posture is the pranayama breathing posture, the real pranayama breathing posture. The reason I say the real pranayama is, so the breathing is kind of divided into 4 pieces in yogic system. It's not just inhalation and exhalation. So the breathing can be divided as Puraka. Puraka is the life force, which basically means taking the air in, all the air in, as much as possible, as long as possible, as slow as possible. It's basically expanding your lungs. Alright? So that is Puraka. So once you have Puraka, then you have the most important and critical part of the pranayama breathing. That is called as Kumbhaka. Okay? So if you read the Patanjali's Yoga, you would know Kumbhaka is the actual thing they talk about pranayama breathing. So how long can you retain the air inside your lungs is pranayama. Rest everything is assisting the pranayama. So Puraka, the life force, the life is getting inside your body, and Kumbhaka is basically nourishing your body with that life force, kind of retaining that air in. And then you have Rechaka. Rechaka is basically taking the air out. Shiva is basically taking the life force out of your body. So that is the Shiva aspect of the pranayama breathing. And then the final one is Shunya, which is basically you get to a place wherein you are connected with the cosmic world. There is no air left inside your body. Okay, so those are technicalities, but the important thing is, the reason I kind of emphasize on this one is that breathing, you need to breathe as long as possible, right? As slow as possible, and then you need to do all the 4 parts in that order, right? So let's get started with the pranayama breathing. You sit with the Siddhasana. So if this is preferable, if you're able to get your right leg over the calf muscle of your left leg, the Siddhasana posture, very comfortable posture. More importantly is that your both the buttocks should be on the floor and your spine should look like straight line. Okay, I will start my alarm so that we can finish this class exactly in 30 minutes. If not exactly, at least by 30 minutes timer. Alright, let's start. Pranayama breathing. Sit Siddhasana, spine erected and straight. If you're not able to sit Siddhasana, you can sit crisscross. That's absolutely fine. There will be a little bit of tension on your right knee. And then the blood circulation might cut off towards the hips sometimes when you practice with Siddhasana for long, but as you practice more and more, you will get more durability in sitting Siddhasana. Okay, put the buttocks on the floor, spine nice and straight. Let's start the pranayama breathing. So take a deep inhale, which is your Puraka, Brahma, the life force getting inside your body. Hold your breathing for Kumbhaka. Now we are trying to do Rechaka. Shunya. So few repetitions of after pranayama, you can do a little bit of Bhastrika. Bhastrika is basically taking deep air inside and then exhaling, deep air inside and exhaling. Then you can add Udgit into this. Udgit is basically the chanting of Om. The way it sounds like Om, but you focus on your at your stomach, right? So take a deep inhale, breathing, then focus on your stomach with focus on your heart with O, and then should be at the top of the head, so you should feel it on your head, right? So try to do it maybe 4 or 5 times, and then we will do Sushmi Ayam, right? Okay, so the deep, take a deep inhale, breathing. Do as long as you can. Spend equal amount of time in your So that concludes our breathing posture. Now we will do some Sushmi Ayam. Sushmi Ayam is basically opening up our muscles and ligaments and kind of mobilizing your joints before we do. The next one after that is gonna be Surya Namaskar, right? Get your arms in the front. We'll focus on the wrist right now. Open your fingers and then close your fingers. Use breathing. You can close your eyes as you did in your breathing. Gently close your eyes and then try to mobilize the joints of your fingers first, and then we'll move on to the wrist. is going clockwise and the left one also going clockwise. So both in the clockwise. Change the direction. Do it gently. The Sushmayama should be done gently. If your shoulders are hurting because you're keeping your arms parallel for some time, you can relax it and then come back again, or reduce the amount of the time you're trying to do the mobilization of your wrist. Right? Now we'll work on the elbows. Open up your fingers up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale, breathing. Put your fingers on the shoulders, exhale. Gently. While it seems so easy doing Sushma Ayama, if you do it the right way, right, and spend more time into it, you will slowly burn your muscle energy, create heat in your body before you do the yogic postures. We're working on our elbows right now. Now we'll work on our shoulders. Keep your fingers on the shoulders and then rotate your shoulders slowly. Inhale and exhale. So in one direction I'm exhaling, one direction I'm inhaling. It's up to you. More importantly, you need to focus on your breathing as you're doing it, okay? Right? So open up the back as well as you do it the right way. Now, just try to open up your arms wide. So once you have done your shoulders, what we will do now is work on the spine. Okay, so get your fingers interlocked, keep it on the head, and then keep your palms up with the interlocked fingers. Lift your arms up, elbows straightened up, stretch your spine nicely, and then give it a lateral stretching towards the right side. Slowly bend, inhale and exhale. To exhale when you are going down, and come with an inhale up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And go to the left side and exhale. Good. Come up. Stretch. Go to the right side. Good. Come up. Try to now interlock your fingers. Create a fist. Down. Up. Down. Up. Hold that fist at the back side. Be careful, be gentle, okay? And then try to open up your chest and create a small back bend in your spine. You can look up with an inhale. Exhale slowly down. Inhale slowly, okay? Exhale. Sushmayama should be done with lot of care and connecting your mind with the body. Don't be in a rush. Alright, now that we have worked on our spine, let's try to work on our neck. You can I didn't mention this, but you can always keep your palms up and put up a mudra. Okay, it's called Vishnu Mudra. With your index on the thumb, or you can keep your palms open, palms down. It doesn't matter as long as you can sit down comfortably, and then do the neck part. Keep your chin on the chest, And take a deep inhale. Do one rotation with inhale, one rotation with an exhale. Okay, so you inhale and go rotate slowly, very slowly. Especially if you have tight neck and all, you got to be really careful doing this. Very, very gently. Do an inhale and then stop in the middle and then go exhale to the other part. Inhale. Exhale. That's good enough. Now we will do work on our legs. So straighten up your legs slowly. It's very much possible for some of you that there might be some cramps feeling or tingling feeling, right? So this could be for various reasons. One is your body is just trying to get accommodated with that sitting posture for long duration. So we did approximately like 13 minutes now. So for 10 minutes you need to do Sushmayama plus Pranayama, right? And then keep your legs straight. Back for me to see. Alright. Try to keep your spine nice and erected. Keep your both buttocks on the floor. Okay. If possible, try to get your knees nice and locked. Contraction on the thigh. If you can't get into this setup, you can bend your knees. Or you can even sit down like this, and then you can work on rest of the Sushmayama in your legs, right? So let's do this. Open up your toes in and out with an inhale, exhale. You can keep, if you want to support your spine, if you can always keep your palms in the side and support your spine. Toes in, back. Alright, let's work on the ankle now. Clockwise. Lift your right leg up. Right. Then do anti-clockwise. Aim in the left. Very nice. Now that you work on your ankle and your toes, now we'll work on our knees. So hold your thighs with your interlocked fingers and then lift. Get it closer to the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten up your legs nice. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Same thing with the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This will also work on your hip joints. Focusing on that knees. When you focus on knees, what's going to happen is you need to stretch your legs nice and forward. Keep your spine straight. Bring it down towards your chest and then push your legs forward. Very nice. Now we will hug ourselves. You can actually bend your left leg like that and then hold it this way, right? And rock the baby. That's one way. This is very nice way of doing it. Or you can grab your fingers like this and rock the baby. Whichever way. The important thing is you're focusing on spines to be straight and then rotating the hips gently, very, very gently. If you had any surgeries done, hip surgery and all, I will be really careful. You would know your body more than anybody else, so treat it with care and gentleness while doing yoga. So now that we have rocked the right baby, we will rock the left baby. Left leg, and then rock it this way or this way. Spine straight. A little bit of rotation muscle in. Inhale, exhale, keep inhales and exhales. Okay, now that we have done the Sushma Vyayam, now what we will do is we'll try to come up on our feet. Alright, come up, press yourself against the floor and slowly come up. You can stay here, slowly come up. Come to the top of the mat. We will do now pranayama breathing. Just check the time. Alright, we have another 10 minutes to go for our half an hour class, right? So, predominantly we have used up say around 20 minutes or so for doing the pranayama and sushmayam, which is good. And then 10 minutes we'll be doing Surya Namaskar and then go into Kapal Bhati, okay, to conclude it. As I said, this is the beginner's practice, so this is not gonna sweat you or give a lot of energy inside, but this is a great way to start your practice. Routine is more important, right? Let's go into the Surya Namaskar. Come to the top of the mat, right? Come to the top of your mat. Namaskar. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, go down. Inhale, left leg back and then look up. Exhale, go into downward dog. You can stay in downward dog, especially on your first set for some time. So what you're trying to do with the down dog is trying to keep your feet nice and flat on the floor, your palms nice and flat on the floor, and then you're pressing it against the floor with equal distribution on your palms and your feet. Feet becomes flat if possible. If you're not able to get your feet flat, you're on the toes, that's fine, but slowly you're working on it. You can actually move your legs a little bit to the front to get the feet flat if you're on the toes. Alright, you can look forward a little bit. Very nice. Now that you have done, this actually is very relaxing when you are on the downward dog, right? Then you can get towards the plank. On the toes, right? To the plank. When you do the plank, your palms are nice and flat on the floor, and then you stay over here for some time. You can work on your abs here, and then you bend your elbows, slowly go down, and then you come to Bhujangasana. So feet can be flat, you don't have to be on the toes. As you do the Bhujangasana, you look up. And then get back to the down dog. And then left leg forward, the leg which went back comes forward. Look up, right leg forward. And then you come back up. Namaskar. So that was one repetition. I'm going to adjust my camera so that you guys can see the down. I think there was. Okay. I'm hoping that will give a good view. Alright, so that was first one. Let's do the second. So we will do today 5 Surya Namaskar. So I did the slow. First one try to do a little bit slower. Second, third, fourth and fifth we will do a little faster. As you are practicing Surya Namaskar, you can add up. Do 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Like that you can increase your Surya Namaskar as much as you can. Right? Maybe someday we will do a boot camp on lots of Surya Namaskar. Namaskar. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg back. Down dog. Come forward. Plank. Come down. Inhale. Down dog. Left leg. Right leg. Up. down. Maybe I should go a little bit slow for you. Ready? Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. While coming down, if you feel a little bit tension, make sure you're bending your knees as you go down to this Padahastasana. Left leg back. Right leg back. Plank. Bhujan Asana. Back to downward dog. Adho Mukha. Left leg forward. Right leg forward. Up. Two, third, fourth. You can go at your own speed, okay? If you're following me, you can follow my speed, or you can go at your own speed. Deep inhale. Exhale. Left leg back. Left leg. Final one. So that was Surya Namaskara. Okay. So after Surya Namaskara, we will add in few postures, very few postures. We have another 3-4 minutes to go. Okay. Some postures in the standing. Then we will be on the floor, right? The standing posture we will be doing is the tree posture. Right leg up. If you can bring the right leg, 2 knees in one line, or if you have knee issues, you can start with this. Try to keep your feet on the calf muscle like that, right? Then you can lift your arms up, or you can keep your feet on the thighs, all the way up to the thighs, not on the knees. You should not press your knees at all. Get towards the thigh, right? You can do Namaskar, this. You're basically trying to balance on that leg, one leg. It's a very great posture. This posture will help you. A lot of other balancing posture will be in one leg later on as you do advanced postures. Okay, getting your arms up. Be very gentle, but make sure that you're not putting too much pressure also. It has to be gentle, it's not pushing too much. Otherwise what's going to happen is it's going to, create a little bit of tension on your knees, and which is not good. So it's just gentle. So the more thing is, you're trying to create it with the slight touch, right? So you should not push it with your legs too much. Or you can always hold it one of your arms like this. This is the recommended way, because then you're not putting too much pressure on the knee in a different way, right? And then you're balancing. Sole of the feet facing towards the ceiling. Right arm up, left arm up. Namaskar. Good. And then you can release this one. Lift your left leg up. Sole of the foot is facing the ceiling. Try to get your knees down. Left and right arm up. And stay here. Stay here a little bit longer. Okay. So that's your tree posture. Now we will do Malasana and try to get to the floor. Doing Malasana, you can open up your feet like this, approximately hip width distance. Namaskar. Okay. So make sure that if you have knee issues, you go slowly. You can always, go with the support of your arms. Otherwise, you try to open up your legs a little bit more, and then Malasana. Start it off. Okay. Bend down. Sit down. elbows with the knee and try to push your knees a little bit back and do a namaskar. Okay, so that's malasana for you. So you're trying to open up your knees as much as possible. The important thing is the spine position, nice and flat spine. No bending, no crunching. Chest is opening up nicely. You use your assistance of your namaskar. Look forward and then deep inhales and exhales. Once you're in malasana this way, you can do the malasana by keeping your knee and elbow connection, and then open and close your fingers. Okay, once you are in malasana this way, you can actually use your arm support and then get your hips down and then slowly get your feet closer. You'll do butterfly now with your feet together. Try to open up your joints of your hips. Hold your feet nicely and try to pull it with the strength. The little bit, the biceps will come out. That much you need to pull, okay, so that you can create that stretching of the spine, lower spine, and then flap the butterfly wings. You can do slowly, or you can do a little bit, increase your frequency. Eventually you can increase the frequency a lot. It's a great posture. Stomach muscle is nice and in. You're trying to prepare your spine to conclude the postures. So I'm keeping my knees really close, right? But if you have difficulty, you can let your knees go a little further and then do it. Important thing is, you're doing the basic beginner's practice, right? Important thing is you should feel that not too much tension in any part of your body. Take it easy, alright? And then trying to keep your spine as erected, as perpendicular to that floor as possible. Both buttocks touching the floor equally with balance. Alright, now that we have done this, we'll come back to Siddhasana. We'll do Yoga Mudra, and then we'll conclude with Kapalbhati. So your left palm on your stomach, right palm over the left palm. Exhale, big exhale. Stomach goes all the way in. Press with your palms, go forward as much as you can. Maybe you can only go this much. That's good. Try to keep your spine nice and flat. Then you put your chest on the on the legs. That creates a little bit more compression on the lower part of the stomach. Touch your forehead on the floor. You can actually move your palms more inside your stomach as you're doing this, creating more compression on the lower stomach. That will open up your lower back as well. It's a great posture. And then come back out. You can stay there for like a little longer, like a minute or so. Okay. Stay forward. Please stay a little longer now. Come back up. Okay, now we will do Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is all about exhales. Kapalbhati is a science in itself. The Kapalbhati we do over here is mostly with that breathing exercise, as a breathing exercise. You exhale, exhale, exhale. You can just use your nose for doing that, keeping your spine nice and straight. There are different variations of Kapalbhati. We will do the one where we only use our nose. Okay. Spine nice and straight, and then start. Inhale. We do slow first, and then we'll go fast. Use your upper stomach as you're doing Kapalbhati. as you're trying to do, focus more on the upper stomach. And now we'll do a little bit faster. So that was Kapalbhati. Now you can keep your eyes closed, keep your palms on the knee, close your eyes and do a couple of minutes of meditation. uploads, our beginner series every day. Try to practice this every day. So this is the foundation. You start off with this. Try to practice this for a month or so. 30 days challenge. Give yourself 14 days challenge. Do this every day. Maybe twice a day. 30 minutes of your time actually. If I look at the video, it's 45 minutes, so maybe a little bit longer. So take out that time. So once you do this, maybe you can just follow with my video for a couple of days, and then you can kind of add your practice by yourself. If you have any questions, do let me know. Otherwise, I will see you later.